Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a magnetic excursion update Tuesday, March 11th, around 9 p.m. Mountain Time 2025. The 13th paroxysm over at Kilauea just ended, but we live streamed it all day, so you can re-watch it over on our Rumble channel, Oppenheimer Ranch Project. Keep calm. There's a lot to talk about, and it's boom time. A bomb cyclone could be headed for Minnesota, Iowa, and South Dakota. Say it ain't soda, but it is. And Snowbrains is now forecasting up to 4 feet possible for the Pacific Northwest just this week. Take a look at these totals. At Mount Baker, 44.4 inches. Crystal Mountain, 45.1. And the global warming goodness will be coming down. And bad news for Texas, the nexus of the Schmexus. A cold front is set to arrive there in just days, thanks to that bomb cyclone. The Pacific storm will impact California first, and then severe weather in the Arklatex, with critical fire weather persisting in the southern plains. A Pacific storm with an atmospheric river will bring heavy mountain snow and strong winds to the Sierra Nevada and heavy rainfall over parts of coastal Southern California through Thursday. Severe thunderstorms are likely in portions of the southern plains in the mid-Mississippi Valley late Wednesday, and an extended period of critical fire weather conditions will continue in the southern plains through Saturday. A lot to consider there. Let's take a look at what they're discussing here on the GFS model. 3, 6, 9 hours. The Pacific Northwest is going to get hit first, but by morning, snow will be falling heavy in the northern Sierras. We'll move it through your Thursday and into Friday here. That system will be moving into the Four Corners region, and heavy snow Thursday night, Friday, all day for us from this one. Sometime Friday and Saturday, this storm will bomb out up into the northern tier here with blizzard conditions, heavy snow, and then severe weather racing across the east through the weekend. We'll take a quick look at the total snowfall. This storm will bring power outages, tornadoes, hail, all kinds of fun stuff, and heavy snow, ho, ho, ho. Let us walk this through. Here is your Wednesday and into Thursday to Friday morning. Up to 4 feet of snow already on the Sierra Crest by Friday. Saturday, Sunday, and the weekend, there is the rest of the snow for the west, and the tail end of that bomb cyclone. North Dakota, Minnesota could be picking up a foot or more in a few regions. And moving the models through the rest of March shows a northern storm there and more heavy snow for the high elevations in the west. So it is literally going to pile up if these models stay true in places like Idaho, the Cascades, and the Sierras. Seismic update. Oh, rumbler just popping off here in Kazakhstan, of all places. Some activity in the west here, more interior, 3.2 in Nevada, 3.1 in Bidwell, California. We've got activity in the Caribbean Sea, 5.4 down there. Is that in the water? Yes. Take a look at that. That's an interesting rumbler. Some activity on the mid-ocean ridge here, 5.3 offshore of Portugal. What else do we got rocking? Activity in Hawaii, but that eruption has ceased. We've got some activity here in South America, including a 5.6 in Peru at Blot Echo, 640 kilometers down. That is approaching some of the deepest earthquakes ever recorded right there. So cross your fingers a large 7 or 8 magnitude doesn't pop up here in the coming hours. Scientists are on high alert after a series of earthquakes strike near a U.S. volcano that's due to blow. We're talking about a volcano not many people discuss, Mount Adams. It's a 12,000-foot tall stratovolcano located in south central Washington, 55 miles southwest of the city of Yakima. This volcano is considered a high threat due to its ability to trigger landslides and debris avalanche and mud flow known as lahar. They can travel up to 50 miles per hour down the slope, which would put thousands of people at risk. Although this volcano hasn't erupted for about 1,000 years, it will assuredly erupt again, according to the USGS. But it's impossible to say exactly when it will blow. which is why scientists have established monitoring stations, and we'll show you them in just a moment. Between September and October of last year, these monitors detected 9 earthquakes. Mount Adams typically just sees 1 earthquake every 2 to 3 years, so this is a significant uptick. A quick look over at the Pacific Seismic Network, and we can see that not many of the volcanoes appear to be that active. We've had much more activity at St. Helens in the past, as well as Rainier, and Mount Adams hasn't seen an earthquake any time in the recent past. But those are the 2 monitoring stations on the flanks here to the south. We will keep a close eye on the Pacific Northwest, so you don't have to. And the list for the rest of the erupting volcanoes for the day. Fuego, 13,000 feet. Nevado de Ruiz, puffing and passing. Semaru, 15,000-foot blast. Sakurajima, blasting to 6,000 feet today. Dukono, 10,000-foot puff. Ibu, puffing and passing. Liwatobi, volcanic ash reported. Reventador, 15,000-foot blast. Santaguito to 14,000 foot. Semaru on the list. And Popo to 21,000 foot today. Reventador, 15,000-foot blast. Ibu to 7,000. Liwatobi on the list, and that wraps up worldwide volcano news for the day. A quick look over at space weather. We did have some minor, impulsive, very low-level M flares coming from probably some new active regions just turning around the limb. Here is a look at the visible solar disk. AR 4019, located in the northeast quadrant, showed growth during the past 24 hours, and isolated moderate M flares will remain a possibility during the next 24 hours. So that's what we got there. Space weather, nothing much else to report. We could have a small coupling with this coronal hole stream in the next 48 hours, which could send KP up into geomagnetic instability. And big news, Saturn gains 128 new moons. That is a 128 new moon boom, bringing Saturn's total moons to 274. Now, granted, the objects around the ring planet are tiny, but some of them may have formed relatively recently in the solar system's history. And that is some news. Do you all know about the massive megalodon? Yeah, it's a massive shark that, well, there's the size of a human compared to it. It was even longer than scientists thought, and now it is estimated that the megalodon could reach lengths of 80 feet. Holy macaroni. That is, well, a megalodonic feat. Here's the claim. Climate change could be threatening satellites as they orbit in space, according to a new study. Greenhouse gases reduce the satellite carrying capacity of low Earth orbit. Well, the claim is that the thermosphere is shrinking due to greenhouse gases, but everyone knows it's the magnetic excursion that is shrinking the thermosphere and not cow farts. They do not mention the magnetic excursion and the weakening magnetic field at all in this so-called scientific paper. And once again, we're trying to migrate all of you over to our Rumble channels so we can rumble in the jungle. Oppenheimer Ranch Project, replays, all of our updates on YouTube over on Rumble daily now. And we even occasionally live stream, like today's 13th paroxysm at Kilauea. I think we were live for 8.5 hours. This is some soothing stuff here. So come on over, support us on Rumble, follow us there, give us a thumbs up, and enjoy the ride. And it is spring, ding ding, and that means power outages and other problems. Do you have backup power? What will you do? Are you thinking maybe of a portable power station? Well, look no further than Oops. The 50% off sale lasts through March 18th on many of their units. You can get units that power your whole house, for goodness sakes. In a time of need, you may need to plug some things in. Their new Exodus 1200, it's an entry-level model into power stations. It is 50% off, just $351. Use our link and support the channel and support your preparedness. And don't say oops when the power goes out. Get oops. And that's a boom to knowledge. We are preparing for the San Luis Valley Seed Exchange coming up in the second week of April. So join us in the San Luis Valley and get some free seeds And you can even meet Alien Alan. We love each and every one of you. Be safe. And that is a boom.